It's great to be here tonight. First of all, I see a lot of old friends and people I haven't seen in a while, and new faces as well, so that's exciting. My name is Mark Dorosin. I am obviously running for County Commissioner in District 1. I am a civil rights lawyer. I'm the managing attorney at the UNC Center for Civil Rights, which is part of the UNC School of Law, where I also teach a class in civil rights. And in my capacity at the center, we do work with communities all across the state that are advocating for remedying the impacts of racial discrimination and segregation. And I work with community groups and organizations that are fighting against environmental injustices, like the placement of hazardous land uses in their neighborhoods, who are fighting for access to public services like water and sewer, who are fighting against continuing school segregation and resegregation. That's what I do professionally, and I'm deeply committed to those causes personally as well. I was on the Carrboro Board of Aldermen in the early part of the decade. I served a term there. I've done a lot of work in various county volunteer positions. I was the chair of the Orange County's Census 2000 committee, and I was on the county's Affordable Housing Task Force that they had several years ago, and I see some faces from those days. I also I was the president of the Chapel Hill Carrboro ACLU. I was on the legal redress committee of the Chapel Hill Carrboro NAACP, and I owned a nightclub in downtown Chapel Hill for 10 years. So I have experience as a small business owner as well, and I continue to work with many small business owners in Carrboro and Chapel Hill, and I'm intimately familiar with the challenges they face on a day-to-day basis. I'm interested in bringing social justice, civil rights, community inclusion, and civic engagement to the forefront of county decision-making. There are a number of important issues facing the county: solid waste, transit, economic development, and I think we really run a big risk if we look at those issues in isolation and make decisions that on one without considering how they may impact other areas. Public policy is like a big plate of Jell-O. You push down on one side too hard and the other side pops out. We've got to be mindful of making decisions from a position that considers our most fundamental values: social justice, inclusion, diversity, in all the decisions that we make. I also think it's critical that we do a better job at the county level in engaging citizens. It's not enough to have an open meeting where people can come and sit down and say we have a transparent government. Government decision-making has to be understandable, it has to be accessible, and it has to be engaging. Having long meetings that are overly technical or that are difficult for people to understand or participate in is just as alienating as closing the doors and meeting in secret. Thank you.